and I'm sure you've read a lot of articles in the newspapers where some companies get liquidated because they are able to comply. So it's very important that we comply with the regulations, we comply with tests, we comply with different types of legislation that are there for us to process. So we do have various speakers the MC will introduce them, just want to welcome you. You could be anywhere else, it's very because today, for some reason, the time is normal, so good of time, I will say, I'm not going to So, welcome, thank you very much, and let's see you today.
Thank you, Mr. Mandalani. I'd just like to acknowledge our sponsors, which is ABSA, and 22 also the BPC. So I'd like to call upon Ms. Carmen Rousseau for 22 also.
So we are an incubation campus. We host various programs for entrepreneurs, startups, SMEs, and we also have an accelerator program which we host for your more startup tech businesses. I think one of the elements is the venue that we host here today, as well as the campus. We house various businesses, small businesses, entrepreneurs that are starting their businesses. Some of them are in the house today as well. And it's a great passion for us to see startups and SMEs start their businesses, but most importantly, scale those businesses. I think one of the elements that we also focus on is a congress that we'll be hosting next year, GC Plus Africa, and this congress is going to speak to entrepreneurs all over Africa. It's the first of its time congress. The importance around it is that what is Africa doing for entrepreneurs? What are entrepreneurs doing in Africa? And connecting Africa is the theme. So please enjoy the event today, and we look forward to seeing you next year at GC Plus Africa. Thank you.
Thank you, Carmen. So, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to share with you what we're going to be doing in the next few hours. So I'm going to introduce our guest speakers. They will come on the stage and they'll be sitting on the stage for the rest of the event. And then we will have, they will be presenting speeches about their organizations and the role of their organizations in terms of regulatory compliance. And then from there, we will engage further, where we'll have a moderation, like a round table conversation, where we'll invite broader audience, to ask questions where they need clarity. And then we'll close off by having or bringing back Mr. Matabane on stage to give us closing remarks. So can I please introduce our guest speakers? We have Mr. Khalalezo Hlwaele, he's from ABSA, and he'll be unpacking the role of compliance as an investment for business growth. Mr. Hlwaele will be joining us online, so he'll be projected on the screen. We also have Mr. Ufense Shakung from CIPC. Mr. Shakung, can you please join me on the stage? He's from CIPC. He'll be talking about the importance of compliance and how will CIPC assist in sustaining your business. We also have Mr. Mandilake. Mandilake Nontenja has in-depth experience when it comes to tax, from working from different tax organizations. So he's going to talk about the role of tax compliance in growing and sustaining your business. We also have Mr. Siphamandla Gumede. He's the Deputy Director from from Labour. He's a Deputy Director in Compliance and Business Operations at UIF. So Mr. Gumede will be talking about the importance of registering your company for UIF as per the Labour Law regulations and what that means for your business. We also have Mr. Bongani Ntombela. Mr. Bongani Ntombela is a director here at at 22 on Sloan, and he's going to be talking to us about how to access your target markets and how to raise capital in order for your business to grow. You are welcome, gentlemen. Okay, so I'm going to give them an opportunity to talk about their entities and what their entities do. Thank you. Over to you.
Good morning. Good morning. Chief, I'm not sure if it's working. Good morning. No, I don't think it's working. Is it working? Good morning. Oh, there we go. No, Akira, you know, when you're in South Africa, it's a custom that before you start preaching, you must first greet the people who will be borrowing you their eyes and ears. So when you say good morning and if you hear no response, you wonder if there's a congregation or not. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As correctly said, I'm Offense Shakung from the CIPC. To give a bit of a brief as to who and what the CIPC is and is all about, some of you might remember, or depending on how long you've been in business, that there used to be an organization called CIPRO. The company is an intellectual property registration office. Some might know it as the black hole because we were very well known for, after you submit an application, not hearing anything back from us. So that has quickly changed after the promulgation of the Companies Act of 2008, which obviously saw the establishment of the Companies and Intellectual Property Commission. Now, that's the boring background as to how come we became into existence. But what I would like to share with you today, we were asked about the importance of CIPC when sustaining your business. Now, a lot of the business sector knows CIPC as an avenue where you register a business. Meaning that if you do have a PTY, a closed corporation, cooperative, a public company, it means you would have registered with the CIPC to obtain such. But our mandate is actually way broader than that because we are also tasked and responsible for the regulating of all business sector, meaning for any type of business that you operate, we regulate you. I didn't mean to be intimidating, I'm sorry. I'm not SARS, we are a bit lenient. So our aim is not to intimidate, but rather to regulate. And how we rather do that is we have very interesting interactive platforms where we are required to file applications on. One of our flagship websites is BizPortal. And just to interest you, the view of the organization has moved its interest in making certain that business transact for itself. Meaning we've made our services so easy that you don't really need to go to a consultant to do any of our services. We've put them online, 80% of them are automated. We've, on the BizPortal specifically, made it way simpler for you to register a company. Now, the CEO, Mr. Matawani, spoke about preaching. And we've, of recent history, we've seen preaching is synonymous with people collapsing. So what I'm about to say hopefully won't make you collapse. But as one of the things that we've added on BizPortal, as an entry into the business market, you are able to, for example, just imagine you're a new business owner and want to formalize your business. Now, with a single application form on that website of ours, you are able to register a company. Now, after doing that, we do all the work after that, meaning we would take that details and register you with SARS. So automatically your company will have a tax number. We would take that details and register you with Labor, UIF and Compensation Fund. While you're sitting at home drinking your nice coffee, on the same system you'd be able to select which bank you would like to do business with, where they will then contact you to open a business bank account. You'd also obtain a BE certificate. Should I keep going? Should I keep going? All right. You also obtain a free membership to the National Small Business Chamber as a new business entry. Now, a company registration fee is 175 rand. All of these other things I've mentioned come to you for free. And the main reason for that is to try and have a way to stimulate business in this world of ours. Not only do you or rather need those services for a new entry, but you also need those services for an existing company. So you are also able to go on Best Portal as an existing company and take advantage of those services. Now, I don't want to concentrate only on the business side of things or company side of things, but one other element that I would appeal to business owners to really start thinking about is another leg of ours that a lot of business don't seem to take advantage of, and that's intellectual property. We are also responsible for the registration and regulation of trademarks, patents, designs, and copyrights. Now, South Africa has shown that they have a very big appetite for consuming products, lifestyle, services. But the one thing that we have seen with a lot of business is that once you find a niche, you don't go and protect it. Once you find a product, you don't go and protect it. That's why it becomes so simple that you put a product into the space and very shortly after that, it is liquidized by other people. And you find that you can't take legal recourse because that product, service, idea that you have is not protected. So without going on too long, because some of us can preach till the cows come home, I would leave it there for now. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, sir. Let me take this time to greet everyone. Let me start by saying, Madam MC, the CEO of Black Business Council, and let me rather say all protocols observed. My name is Mandila Kenondenja. Am I audible enough? All right. My name is Mandila Kenondenja. I am currently an indirect tax manager in one of the oil companies. But prior to that, I worked for the South African Revenue Services for plus minus 8 years. So that's what I'm going to be speaking from today, so as to enable or assist small businesses to understand how they are supposed to position themselves or how they're supposed to relate with SARS so as to enable themselves to grow. Actually, I did want to touch on this one quote because I think it's applicable for what's happening here today and actually to any other business person. Mark Twain says, "I've never allowed schooling to stand in the way of my education." I've never allowed schooling to stand in the way of my education. That means that business is about learning on a daily basis. And I know that most of us actually go into business because we want some kind of freedom so that we can do what we want, which is going to play golf wherever we can. And if ever that's the goal, most of the time it just seems to take forever to achieve that goal, and it can be frustrating. But I just want to talk about the importance of the relationship between SARS and SMEs, all right? So I'll be speaking from the point of having worked in one of the departments which is called Compliance Risk Unit. Compliance Risk Unit in SARS is the department that looks at the entities and what areas of defaulting they are most likely to be found in. And I will only use 4 pillars, which actually that's what they use as a matrix to actually assess each and every entity that they deal with. There are 4 pillars of compliance that SARS has in place to look at any organization, small or big. The first one is registration. And we all know now, and Offense actually spoke as a CIPC person, we all know that whenever you register a company at this point, you actually get an income tax number, right? So prior to this, I think it was still CPRO. As a business, you registered business separate from obtaining your tax number. And that actually was just making it difficult for SARS to trace each and every business that is currently operating in order to get them in the system. So it became easier to actually just incorporate the registration of tax numbers. When you tax, you don't have a threshold